Searching Medline via EBSCO. In our last video, we left off on the Databases Find Articles tab on our Nursing Research Guide. We're currently on our Favorites tab, and you'll see our most favorite databases that our nursing students use. There are buttons for them here at the top, but there are also links to other databases that might be relevant to you in nursing, such as nursing education, adult gerontology acute care, or pediatric acute care, or even psychiatric mental health. Feel free to click through those according to your research question. Today we're starting with Medline, so I'm going to click on Medline EBSCO, and this will open up our Medline via EBSCO search. It looks a little bit different than what you may have seen in the past if you've used Medline before. They've restructured their platform. These are our search bars. Whenever you're conducting research, especially for nursing, we want you to do what's called an advanced search. And an advanced search is multi-line searching separated by our Boolean operators and or not. A simple search or a basic search is single line searching, and this is a little bit more difficult to do, especially when you need specific information. So I'm going to go back to advanced search and we'll start typing in our keywords. So the research question example I used in our first video was, does vitamin C help the common cold? And the way that we would build our search is by typing vitamin C in the search box, and you'll see that we get suggestions. You will want to use these if it is something that's applicable. So we know that vitamin C is also ascorbic acid. We're going to type cold for the common cold, but we're just going to leave it as cold. And then we were talking about like symptoms when we talk about vitamin C. They say that vitamin C helps shorten the duration of symptoms when you have a cold. So we're just going to research symptoms too. So we can do symptoms. And you'll see that we get other suggestions, but I'm just going to leave it as symptoms for now. All fields means that it's going to look for the occurrence of our words in all of the fields of the record. Now, if you had the name of an author, you would want to select author here. If you know the name of the article, you have the title, you would want to use title in the drop-down box. But we're not doing that. I want to see all the research that's going to match our keywords, so I'm going to leave it on all fields. Below that are different filters that you could use with your search. A lot of the times your instructors want you to use peer-reviewed research, so we're going to check that box off. Maybe you're looking for a systematic review. You can check that button off too if you need to. And then we have a publication date filter here. I'm going to leave it all time. It's something I can easily change after I see our results, because the date, if I change the date now, I won't be able to see if there's a lot of research being done in the last whatever years I select. I want to see the research that's been published of all time. So I'm going to go back up to my boxes and I'm going to hit search. And I see that I get 118 results. And if I look through my first set of results, I'm looking at 10, I can see that my keywords have been highlighted in the title. So here's vitamin C for the common cold and pneumonia. Vitamin C as a supplementary therapy in relieving symptoms of the common cold. Enhanced vitamin C delivery, a systematic literature review. And so we can see that some of the results that we're seeing are applicable. So I'm at 118 results now. If I want to change the publication date, I can go up to this little buttons under the search bar and go to all time and maybe look at the last 5 years. So our search results dropped to 34 from 118 results. So that tells me that maybe there's not a lot of research being done on vitamin C in the last 5 years. If your number drops drastically from like the thousands to the tens, then that might be a better indication that there's not a lot of research going on in that area. Now, this is the title of the article. If you want to access the full text of it, you can just click on Access Now, and it should look for a PDF file. And so here's that link to download the PDF. If you click on it, it'll open up the full text. But what if you don't want to open up the full text? You just want to see if the article can be used for your research. So I'll go back to our database tab. I'll click on the title of the article. And this is what we call the record. And when our databases run a search, it's looking for the occurrence of these words within the record. So we can see that this is the title of the article. We know it's peer-reviewed. It's a journal article or academic journal. It's published in, and so this is the name of the journal, Polish Archives of Internal Medicine. This is the date it was published. It gives us the name of the database we're in. So notice it says MEDLINE and not EBSCO. And then it gives us the names of the authors. If I scroll down, it'll give me the same information. Source here is the name of the journal. Language, journal information, imprint names. Mesh terms are subject headings that were assigned to the article. So see, it's talking about vitamins. So maybe if we didn't find a lot on vitamin C or ascorbic acid, and maybe we just wanted to focus on vitamins, we can add, vitamin C or ascorbic acid or vitamins in general. Here's the abstract. It's the summary of the article. And so you can read this short paragraph if you don't want to open up the full text. And at the bottom, just more information, mostly for librarians. If you wanted to access it, again, here's that access button. Another useful feature of the record is that you can get the citation for this journal article. The default is APA 7th edition. Now, I do want to ensure that you see this warning message. A lot of the times, the references, while it might have the correct information, they're not formatted properly. This is formatted properly. The title is in sentence format, which means only the first letter of the first word is capitalized. A lot of the times you'll see this in title case, which means every word is capitalized, and that's not correct formatting for APA 7th edition if that's the citation style you're using. If you hit copy to clipboard, it'll copy it to your clipboard, and then you can copy and paste it into your assignment. All right, let's go back to results. You can also cite it from this homepage. If you download is not going to download the article. It's just going to download the information about it, so the record that we saw that includes the abstract. That was a quick overview of Medline. If you have any questions, please contact me or Kristen directly, or go to bit.ly/asknursing or use the buttons on the research guide to send us a question. See you in the next video.